Did you know there's a plant that is almost indestructible, beautiful, and capable of transforming any corner of your home without demanding much in return? That plant is the Aglaonema, and today I'm going to tell you why you should have at least one in your home. The Aglaonema is one of the most beloved indoor plants for its beauty, resilience, and the wide variety of colors and patterns it offers. Although it's considered a very forgiving plant, it has specific care requirements that, once you understand them, turn it into a true visual gem inside your home. Before we go into the advanced care tips, it's important to understand something essential about this plant. Aglaonemas originate from the tropical forests of Asia, especially humid jungles where they grow under the shade of larger trees. This explains their preference for indirect light, their love for humidity, and their ability to thrive indoors, even in low-light conditions. In fact, they're one of the few plants that remain beautiful even when they don't receive much light, making them perfect for small apartments, offices, bedrooms, and corners where other plants simply don't survive. When it comes to light, you should know that while it can survive in low light, its behavior changes dramatically depending on how much it receives. If you place it in bright, indirect light, you'll notice its colors become more vibrant, its leaves grow larger, and its shape becomes more compact and attractive. But if you keep it in a darker spot, its growth will be slower and its colors will fade. This won't harm the plant, but it does affect its appearance. Now something very important. Never place your Aglaonema where direct sunlight hits it. Strong sun easily burns its leaves, causing brown dry patches that will not recover. Even 1 or 2 hours of direct sun per day can damage it. Watering is where most Aglaonema owners make mistakes. This plant prefers soil that stays slightly moist, but never waterlogged. Its roots are sensitive to excess water, which can lead to rot, fungus, and yellow leaves. The best way to water is to do it only when the top layer of the soil feels dry. A helpful trick is to insert your finger or use a moisture meter. If it's between medium and low, it's time to water. You also need to consider your climate. In warm areas, the soil dries faster, so it will need more frequent watering. In cooler climates or when using air conditioning all day, the soil stays moist longer, so you must space out the watering to avoid problems. Humidity is another key factor. Aglaonemas don't require extremely humid environments, but they grow much better when the air has some moisture. In very dry homes, the leaf tips may turn brown. You can improve this by grouping plants together, placing a tray with water nearby, using a humidifier, or misting lightly. But you should mist with caution to avoid fungus. If you live in a naturally humid region such as tropical climates or near the coast, you rarely need to worry about this. Temperature matters a lot. Aglaonemas love warmth. They dislike cold and can suffer serious damage if exposed to temperatures below 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. If you place them where cold drafts hit them, under an air conditioner, near a window that opens often, or in a hallway with airflow, you'll notice the leaves start to curl, droop, or even fall off. Keeping it in a stable environment without drastic temperature changes is essential for keeping it healthy and beautiful. Now let's talk about soil. Aglaonemas need a light, airy, well-draining mix. A compact, heavy soil retains too much water and leads to root rot. The ideal mix combines universal potting soil with perlite, coco coir, and a bit of worm compost. This ensures the roots breathe and grow freely. Garden soil or very dense mixes won't work well for this plant. Propagation is one of the most exciting parts of owning an Aglaonema because it allows you to fill your home with more plants without spending much. Division is the most effective method. When the mother plant becomes full and bushy, you'll notice side shoots or pups forming. If you gently remove the plant from the pot, you'll see separate root clusters. Separating them is simple. Just avoid damaging the main roots and repot each cluster into its own pot. Another common method is stem cuttings. You can cut a stem with 2 or 3 nodes, place it in water, and in a few weeks you'll see roots forming. Once the roots are a couple of centimeters long, you can plant it. You can also plant the cutting directly into moist soil and keep humidity high until it roots. Fertilization plays a crucial role in its growth and appearance. During spring and summer, which are active growing seasons, I recommend applying a liquid fertilizer every 3 to 4 weeks. This helps the leaves grow larger and keeps the colors vibrant. Avoid over-fertilizing as it can burn the roots. In fall and winter, reduce feeding because the plant rests and doesn't need as much energy. Another great option is adding worm castings every 2 or 3 months. It's a gentle fertilizer that improves the soil without risk of overfeeding. Let's talk about common problems. Aglaonemas can face pests such as mealybugs, aphids, thrips, and spider mites. These pests usually appear when the plant is weakened, when ventilation is poor, or when humidity is low. Mealybugs look like small white cottony clusters on stems and leaves. Spider mites create very fine webbing, especially under the leaves. To treat them, you can wipe the plant with a damp cloth and apply neem oil, insecticidal soap, or a specific pesticide, repeating the treatment every 7 days. As for diseases, fungus is the most common issue and usually results from overwatering. If you notice yellow spots, brown rings, or rotting edges, it's likely a moisture problem. Reducing watering, improving the soil, and applying a fungicide usually fixes it. Aglaonemas come in many varieties, but I want to highlight 3 especially beautiful ones. Aglaonema Red Siam stands out for its vibrant red tones that brighten any room. It's one of the most sought-after varieties because of its exotic appearance. Aglaonema Silver Queen is elegant, classic, and extremely hardy, perfect for beginners. Aglaonema Maria has large leaves with deep green patterns that give it a lush, jungle-like appearance. This variety grows fast and becomes impressively full. These are just 3 varieties, but there are many more, some with pink, silver, deep green, and even exotic mixed colors. If you'd like a video dedicated exclusively to Aglaonema varieties, let me know in the comments because it's truly worth exploring. The Aglaonema is so beautiful that it could easily steal the show, but I assure you it's not the only spectacular plant you can have at home. If you loved this one, wait until you see the 20 foliage indoor plants I share in another video. They grow quickly, are elegant, easy to care for, and will make your home look incredible. The Aglaonema is stunning, but here are 20 more plants if you want more inspiration. I invite you to watch that video and discover new options that can completely transform your space.